Welcome to Tallahassee, Florida, and Doak Campbell Stadium, home to some great Heisman Trophy winners, legendary coaches, and today the Seminole War Chant will be rocking this place. Today a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Duke Blue Devils taking on the winners of 6 straight, the Florida State Seminoles. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Seminoles will kick it away to start. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Blue Devils offense takes the field to start this game off. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going. Quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right.
Oh, look out! The 30. He's at the 10. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles offense has its first opportunity of the day. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that at cornerback that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
It's just not easy to bring this guy down, is it? He is so dangerous once he gets the ball in his hands, and it makes me think back to old great Seminole running backs like Warwick Dunn, Travis Minor, a guy that I used to play against. How about Dalvin Cook even? Just guys that could make the first guy miss, and then they were able to just explode and burst and take it the distance. This guy right here, he is a unique talent.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 34 with the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's, Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game, Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinators seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The give on the counter. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He makes the connection. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation of the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
In plus territory, not really much of a decision to make there. They had to go for it, and it paid off.
Yeah, they know points are going to be at a premium in this game, so they're going for it here, no doubt. Nice job picking up the first and now putting a lot of pressure on this defense.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Picked off. Taking it the other way. The 50. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Duke. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient, most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. From the gun, give on the inside. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. It couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, no! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. He's stuffed after picking up one to the 23.
And these defensive tackles just eat people. They swallow human beings when you get near them. They're so big, so strong. When those guys, those running backs come in, they just need a mitt. They put one mitt on a running back, and he usually falls to the ground just because of their sheer mass and strength.
And the Blue Devils line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. And what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
One of the things I love about this defense is they're so versatile in ways they can get after the quarterback. In their last game, they came away with 5 sacks, came from all over the place. They got the win. So in this one, they're going to dial up a lot of different looks. It's going to be tough for this offense to try to keep their quarterback standing up.
And he breaks into the open. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
And this receiver is so dangerous. There's so many different ways that he can hurt a defense. You got to throw it to him conventionally, but find creative ways to get him the football out in space and let him go to work.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd and goal coming up. Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
And after that penalty, the defense is almost out of real estate to defend. It's 1st and goal on the 1. They'll try to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Florida State. He'll try to tack on one more. Bangs it through for an extra point.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires one high and deep. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. Offense gets set for second down. He's looking to throw.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The Seminoles trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on 2nd and goal. They're going to run it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Seminoles. The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last one.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've got them penned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's going to pass on 2nd down. Got it in the middle. It's Stenson. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. It's 1st down from back at their own 24-yard line. He's going to pass. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The give to the fullback. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Blue Devils will punt it away on 4th down. They'll look to pin him deep. Makes a move. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They took their time out of the gate, but now starting to try to take control of this game on offense here in the 2nd quarter, Jesse.
Yeah, and they're playing good complementary football up to this point, but this is a huge opportunity, David, for them to really create some momentum.
What?
Oh, he wants it all. Snags it. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
Just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision making.
On second down, wants to throw. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great one in Tallahassee going on. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
The Blue Devils will line up to kick off and start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They open this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to cut.
Hit the afterburners, kid, at the 30. He's at the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
When these offenses get in a rhythm, they're hard to stop. Already up early, got a short field, take advantage of it too, get another touchdown. This offense is doing whatever they want to do and having a lot of success.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. They're bringing heat. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. It's caught downfield. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
And as a quarterback, when you're facing man coverage, you've got to find your best one-on-one matchup. That receiver did a tremendous job. Quickness, changing direction, out of his break, able to create separation. There was no question the quarterback was going to target that receiver on that.
And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off.
He's got it down the right side. And he is marked out of bounds after another big game. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays. That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. They're trying to get to it. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
There's something you don't see very often. A sack on a screen pass. You know, quarterbacks are taught to hold the ball, and then get rid of it right before the rush gets to you. But that time, I think he just held on to it a little too long.
Back to throw, it's Croman Hope. Takes a hit as he fires. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
He's going for it all. Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown Seminoles! And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Still running at the 40. And he's brought down after a nice game.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Outside the pocket, lets it go. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down.
It's really tough on offenses when defenses know what you got to do. You got to pass the football. They're in man coverage. How about the receiver understanding where the 1st down is? He smells it. He goes and gets it.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And on that outbreaking route, really it's designed for the receiver to make the catch before falling out of bounds. Nice timing and anticipation by the quarterback on that throw.
Open space at the 25. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Blue Devils will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to chain.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To throw, it's Coleman Hope. Going up top. He's got it down the left side. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 40 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. He's just outside the 20-yard line, stopped at the 21 after a pickup of 6.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll try the run. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
And the Seminoles get the 1st down.
This is one of the top 10 offenses in the nation in getting 1st downs. To do that, you gotta have balance. You can't always throw for it on 3rd down. You've got to be able to run it as well. And they've got a dude in the backfield who just knows how to move the chains.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They'll leave it with him. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Line gets set, 1st down. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And the sack all the way back at the 5. They'll come to the line and try to get out of this mess on 2nd down from the 5.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. And the Blue Devils send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory, but instead he'll set the offense up with great field position. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. New set of downs after that completion. Handoff to the single running back.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and I just spread me out and make me defend so many things. And you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Touchdown, Knowles! And the route is on. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record. And the point after is good. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll throw it on first down. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Now after the short completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. It's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. He wants to throw. And the ball is picked off.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Unleashes one deep. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting them fly.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. The Noles come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. But, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day. And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Had to get rid of it quickly. Had nowhere to go with that one. Had to just throw it away. A wise decision to keep the field goal in play. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play
There's a coaching.
That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
And that's the exclamation point right there. It's been a bad day, man. This offense, they're going to have to find some answers over the next couple weeks, especially the next week of practice, of who they are, what their identity is, because all they've done today is struggle around and now give up points.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in it and keep chucking and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop him.
And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. Move the chains with that completion now on first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Going for it all. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
And back to the air on second down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on.
Hold it. Offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they take the figurative sledgehammer and hit him right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good